After we already announced some postponements of upcoming movies and ongoing series productions last week, there are more top-class movies and series since then that will do the same and start their production. First of all, there is the Walking Dead series. Its final episode with the title A Certain Doom won't be broadcasted on US television on April 12th as planned. Therefore, the release of the episode in other countries will also be cancelled. A new date for the release of episode 16 is not yet known, but AMC announced that the season finale will be released later this year as a kind of special episode. This is more than understandable, as the Walking Dead team is currently already having difficulties completing the post-production of season 10 successfully. On AMC's Twitter channel, a first photo from the final episode was posted showing Norman Reedus' character Daryl Dixon standing among a bunch of biters. For non-English speaking countries, the impact will also be significant, as the current situation means that in most countries the latest episodes cannot be synchronized at the moment. Warner Brothers and DC have a similar situation, as their movie Wonder Woman 1984 will not be able to keep its actual release date either. The parties involved have decided to postpone the film until August 14th for the time being. A previous on-demand release is probably not relevant at the moment. Director Patty Jenkins explained the reason for this on Twitter, where she said that Wonder Woman 1984 was made for the big screen and that local cinema owners would benefit from seeing the blockbuster exclusively in the cinema. However, many people think that the new date for August is hard to maintain, as most people expect that the world cinemas won't open their doors again by mid-August. However, there are good news from China, where things are slowly but surely returning to normal in many parts of the country, and while the last cinemas around the world are closing, China is in the process of opening them. Since the worldwide film industry is at a standstill at the moment and no new movies are being produced, they decided to simply show some classics on screen. Among them are some Avengers movies and James Cameron's Avatar. Bizarrely enough, Avatar could now regain the first place of the most successful movies of all times, because the difference in the income of the two movies is only a ridiculous $9 million. This amount could be brought into the cinemas by the huge Chinese film industry in a few days, assuming that of course more people want to see Avatar than the parallel running Avengers Endgame, which most journalists assume regarding the more than 10 years ago release date. Of course, we will keep you up to date on all the consequences of the virus on the movie industry in the coming weeks. Most people know Angry Birds as a mobile game classic, or more recently as a movie. The only thing that's really missing is a series, isn't it? That's probably what Rovio Entertainment and Cake thought, because together with Netflix they want to produce their own series about the colorful pigs and birds. The series is supposed to have over 40 episodes, each of them will be about 11 minutes long. The story revolves around teenage versions of Red, Bomb and Chuck, who spent the summer together in a camp. The rival camp consists, who would have thought it, of pigs. Therefore, there should be a fair amount of conflict potential. It is currently not known when Netflix plans to release the series. Shortly after 2018, DC's Aquaman was released, and a huge success at the box office, it was obvious that there would be a second part. Now the first details of the plot are revealed, as screenwriter David Leslie Johnson McGodrick answered some fan questions on Twitter. When asked if there is a specific comic template for the new movie, the author answered that Aquaman 2 is not based on a specific story, but has many elements of the so-called Silver Age storyline with Black Manta. More precisely, this means that we can probably count on an intense battle between Aquaman and Black Manta. Apart from Jason Momoa, the cast will also include Yahya Abdul-Mateen as his opponent Black Manta. Whether Willem Dafoe and Nicole Kidman will also play a role in the second part is not yet clear. The cinema release of Aquaman 2 is scheduled for December 16th in 2022. Good news for Star Wars fans, as Ahsoka Tano will appear in the second season of the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian. According to Deadline, actress Rosario Dawson has been signed for this role. The fans are of course excited, even if currently only a guest role is planned. Actress Rosario Dawson is known from the Sin City movies and Marvel's Daredevil, among others. Her character, Ahsoka Tano, is known from the animation series Star Wars The Clone Wars, a member of the intelligent people of the Togruta Togruta and born on the planet Sihili. She began her training as a Jedi at the age of 3, and after the outbreak of the Clone Wars, she was assigned to the Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker as a Padawan. The relationship between the two is very difficult in the beginning, but develops over time into a close bond. The fact that Rosario Dawson takes over the role of Ahsoka Tano has met with positive approval from fans so far. The second season of The Mandalorian is scheduled to start this autumn, but the worldwide pandemic could put a damper on the whole thing.